Here is how I built my physique as a full-time student, studying 35 plus hours a week, working a part-time job, all while going to the gym less than 6 hours a week. If you're watching this video, you're probably someone who's either skinny or overweight. You lack confidence, you feel like shit, and you hate looking at yourself in the mirror. If that's you, this video is for you. Now let's get into it. You can see my transformation here, and by using the DW method and progressive overload, I was able to achieve this transformation without wasting hours in the gym, without wasting hours meal prepping, cooking, without dealing with slow progress, and without getting overwhelmed with a bunch of useless information. So, my journey growing up, I played sports like soccer and gymnastics. I was always the smallest and skinniest kid on the team, and that never let me feel confident in myself. Being made fun of, being pushed around, never getting any respect felt like absolute shit. So this is what I looked like in 2018 at 13 and at 15. See, I was pretty skinny, fat, not really much muscle, skinny, insecure, no self-respect, not confident in myself. And I wasn't proud of who I was looking in the mirror, and I needed to make a change. So at 17, a couple years later, I started my fitness journey. I didn't really know what foods to eat, what workouts to do. I relied on YouTube and looking things up to try to get the right information. But to be honest, it just confused the hell out of me. I ended up giving up, saying, getting in shape just isn't for me because I wasn't seeing the results and I was just overwhelmed by all the information out there. In 2023, I tried again, but still wasn't quite sure how to get in shape correctly. I relied on YouTube videos again, content creators, seeking guidance, and after a while, I still wasn't putting on any weight. I was seeing the same problem that I was before. After just a few months, I went from like 150 to 155, but I still didn't like the way I looked. I wasn't achieving the transformation that I would see content creators like David Lay to make, Alex Eubank. I wasn't seeing the progress that they were. And it wasn't, I wasn't as motivated to do it. I had no goals. I felt completely lost again. I feel like I wasn't achieving any progress. But I realized I needed to take action and change my life by starting somewhere. And I got a part-time job while going to school. And to be honest, I was the hardest worker there, working 30 plus hours a week while studying 35 plus hours doing school. And for the first year working there, I got promoted twice from trainer to team leader. And then eventually I started working as a manager. And it made me realize if I could work that hard for a boss, then I should be able to work that hard for myself. I realized at the end of the day, all I had to do was have good time management, diet correctly, train correctly, and be consistent, and I should be able to see the results. So I started going to the gym again, and it sped up my progress using the DW method and progressive overload. That's when I started to pack on muscle. So the DW method, why is it important? So I created this method over months of training and allowed me to pull off my transformation. So progressive overload is not enough. In the beginning, I started out pretty skinny. 3 months in of just doing progressive overload, a little bit of progress, but not much. And then after implementing the DW method, that's when my progress exploded. As you can see here, a lot more muscle definition, a lot leaner, a lot more size. And after these methods and staying consistent, giving it my all, the momentum started to compound. After years of consistency, the right guidance, surrounding myself with like-minded individuals, I was able to achieve my dream physique. I gained so much confidence on the journey, bettering my mindset, and then I started social media. So my lifestyle, the lessons I learned how to handle challenges and to be more disciplined than before and to keep moving forward. That's one of the most important things, is just to keep moving forward, whether it's in your fitness journey or other aspects of your life. Freedom. I've always wanted to have the freedom of being able to do whatever I want and having the confidence to do that. And now with the physique, it helps a lot. With confidence, I don't have to worry about how clothes fit me because you are the clothes. Your physique will be enough that you don't have to worry about what clothes, how your wardrobe looks, because a physique under the clothes makes the clothes look 10 times better. So you'll be photogenic pretty much any place, anytime, any setting, because you have the body. So my fitness journey got me here, from a skinny kid who struggles with confidence to someone who's conquered the mind, learned how to be disciplined, and handle challenges that come their way in the future. So no matter what challenges life throws at me, I now know, because I've put in the work into my body, into my physique, that I can handle any challenge life throws my way. So I have an opportunity for you. The truth is, you don't need more information. If that were the case, you would have already achieved the results. You would already see the progress that I'm seeing. But you're not. So if you could learn how to get your dream physique and be held accountable and be a part of a like-minded community, it will change your life. So who this is for? This is for people who want top tier confidence, who want to be proud of who they are, get rid of all the insecurities, and be able to do anything you want in life. And if you're tired of slow progress, not seeing the scale go up, or if you're losing weight, seeing the scale go down, and if you're feeling lost, feeling like you're not seeing the progress you want, don't really know what workouts to do, what diet, training, all that stuff, this is going to be for you. So if you want relentless accountability, to be disciplined, to have someone keep you to stick to your goals and make sure you actually see the results that we both know you can achieve. So action takers, if you're someone who gets out there, wants and is ready to achieve their goals, this program is probably for you. And if you're open-minded, if you're someone who wants to implement what I'm teaching you in their day-to-day, then you'll be seeing the results that you want. This isn't for you if you're not patient, if you're not willing to spend the months developing the mindset, developing the physique, then this program's probably not for you. I don't want you to join this community. So if this is not a priority for you, if you're not able to make this a priority, you don't bother watching the videos, you don't bother going to the gym every day, you don't really care about being more confident, achieving a better physique, then this isn't for you. Maybe in a couple months when you're ready for all of those things, then you can come back. And if you're a quitter and you quit fast, you spend a couple weeks trying the program and you just quit, you feel like, I don't want to do it, then again, this isn't for you. This is for someone who's ready to stick to it. And it doesn't even take long. It'll take like 6 months and you'll see how far you've come. But if you give up, you're never going to be able to get there. And if your ego is too big, if you're not willing to take criticism, you're not willing to hear some of the information that I'm going to give you, and if you're not willing to implement that information, then you're not going to be seeing the progress. So why you're failing? There's 3 key reasons as to why you're failing. So all the previous programs that you've probably tried, the coach or whoever probably just gave you the program and expected you to follow it. So if you didn't have the accountability, then you wouldn't be able to stick to it. If someone wasn't checking in with you, making sure you're actually getting the results that you want, then you're probably never going to get there. You're probably going to give up. You're probably a few weeks in, a month in, you go, man, I'm not where I want to be, and you're just going to fall off. So one of the biggest things is having someone to keep you accountable, making sure that you're actually sticking to the program, that you're seeing the progress, that you're on track to meet your goal. That's probably one of the biggest things. The other thing is your training. You might be failing because you're not training correctly. Either you're not training hard enough or your exercise selection isn't up to par. So you're probably not seeing the results that you want. And the other third thing, this is what we talked about earlier. This is the big thing, is your diet. If you're not getting enough calories or enough protein, we'll talk about protein in a separate video, but calories is the main thing. If you're not getting enough, you're not tracking that, or you don't even have a goal for that, then you're not going to see the progress. When losing weight, you really need to stick to that goal. Same with gaining weight, it's just the reverse. Losing weight, you're going to be down here on calories. Gaining weight, you're going to be up here on calories. And that is essential. That was the biggest thing that allowed me to see the progress. That's when it started to explode, is when we implemented the DW method, which really hones in on the diet aspect of it. It's the biggest lie. You've probably been told about some program, or you just need to stick to this and you'll see results. But even though you might have a decent program and the coach sends you on their way, you weren't able to stick to it and you didn't learn the mindset aspect, because the mindset is the biggest part of achieving the goal. When you get the mindset, the results follow right after. And unsustainable. If you hit a wall in your progress or you don't have someone to hold you accountable, you're not going to be seeing the results. So in a couple of weeks of doing it on your own, you'll probably find that you're tired of it. You know, the day to day, it gets kind of mundane. You're like, damn, this really isn't for me. You don't have someone in your corner helping you out, help you keep and stay focused and manage that to make sure that it is sustainable, to make sure that you're enjoying the process. So this program is pretty much done for you. We'll create the workout program, the meal plans, and make sure it fits in with your busy schedule. And we'll work with you to calculate the changes week to week to make sure that you're on track to see the progress. So strategy, all you have to do is follow this structure, follow the diet, follow the training, and you'll come out the other side in 6 months with the physique that you want. So the 6 fundamentals to getting a shredded physique and a winning mindset. Number 1, mindset mastery. Get rid of your limiting beliefs that are holding you back your entire life. Adapt your mindset that allows you to succeed in any aspect of life. The physique mindset, the mindset that goes into building a physique, will carry over into other areas of your life. So this will build the foundation to get started on your fitness journey. It isn't something that you can accomplish overnight. Like for me, just building up the mindset took a couple months before I started going hard in the gym and achieved the progress. So we'll prep you to face some of the hardest challenges with the mindset aspect, and it'll allow you to overcome pretty much anything. To achieve this, you'll need to rewrite your mind, implement good habits, and be self-aware. To visualize your goals and to turn them into reality, will teach you how to be self-aware, cut out those vices that are holding you back in life. The mindset will allow you to build good habits, break your previous insecurities, limiting beliefs, and mindset barriers that are holding you back so you can actually achieve the results that you want to achieve. Because the mindset is the biggest part of achieving the physique. So optimal workout plans. So the perfect workout plan is one that fits best with your schedule and is time efficient. One of the biggest things about staying consistent is to make sure that you're going every day, but when you're going, that it's a limited amount of time. You're not wasting hours in the gym. You're spending a short amount of time in there getting your workouts out of the way. And to make sure you're enjoying the process, giving yourself a plan that makes you feel great at the end of the workout, one that makes you feel amazing, confident in yourself. And when it comes to stuff like exercise selection, there are certain exercises that you might like one more than the other, and we'll make sure that you're finding the right ones that work for you. Someone might enjoy the machines a bit more, someone might enjoy the dumbbells a bit more. You can still see the same progress with either one of those, but it's just whichever one you like the most and whichever one is easiest for you to stick to. So optimize diet and meal plans, adaptive meal plans. So we'll get you the meal plan that fits exactly what your body needs, whether it's gaining weight or losing weight. As a meal plan, one meal plan that works for someone might not work for another person. We'll give you the diet and the meal plan to make sure you actually see the results, and it'll be adjusted week to week, month to month to make sure you're actually seeing the results you need. Because as you're on your journey, as you're, say, losing weight, if you stick with the same exact amount of food that you're eating, you will plateau after a little bit, and you'll need to tweak it, need to adjust the amounts to make sure you're actually seeing the progress and the progress continues. But one of the most important things about diet is that you're still able to enjoy your favorite foods. The reason why people fall off is because they restrict themselves so much that they begin to hate it. They hate the process, because losing the weight and being in a calorie deficit, an energy deficit, is hard enough as it is. Why make it harder when eating foods that you don't want to eat? So with this program, you'll be able to eat pretty much whatever you want. What I preach is that it's all about the total calories for the day. As long as you meet your budget, then you will see results. So it doesn't matter at all what you eat. It doesn't matter if you're eating McDonald's. It doesn't matter if you're eating a bunch of crap foods, because if the calories are in check, you will be on the path of success and you will see the results. And a like-minded community, one of the biggest things that helped me on my journey is having friends to go to the gym with. So when you're on the journey, when you start out, it will be lonely. When I started out, it was very lonely, it was very tough, but now I've found a community and it is so much easier to go every single day. And it's so much easier when you find people who have the same goals and same mindset as you. Relentless accountability. If you don't see progress in your life, it means there is a lack of accountability. When I tried to do everything by myself, it felt overwhelming and I felt alone. But one of the solutions to this, again, is finding that like-minded community, having friends that you can talk to about it. And that won't let you slack off. That'll let you know, hey, what's going on? It's been a couple months. I see you haven't seen the progress. I see you haven't achieved that goal that you set out. But once you find them, they won't let you slack off. They'll keep pushing you forward and they'll praise you when you see the results. But again, they'll keep you accountable when you don't. So building the right community, that's what made the difference for me. That's when I was really able to enjoy the process a lot more. And when starting out, I didn't have that community in my journey. But if I had someone checking in, then I would have seen 10 times the progress and it would have made it so much easier. And it makes it easier to not fall off the wheel. If you're doing it alone, it's so much easier to just go, I'm not going to do it. Whatever, who cares? Because you're only letting yourself down, you're not letting others down. So when I first started going, I didn't have a community on my journey. And going into the gym, not really knowing what you're doing, it's one of the hardest things you can do. But if you have that community, it becomes so much easier. They tell you what to do, they help you out, and it's one of the most important things that gets rid of your insecurities and helps you just lock in on achieving the goals. So number 6, premium access to me. You'll get direct access to me by joining the program. You'll be able to ask me any questions you want. You'll be able to request informative content, anything you need to know about exercise selection, diet, any of that stuff to make sure you're on track to see the results. And enhanced support. Enjoy personalized support and mentorship from me and my team. We'll make sure you receive the guidance and motivation you need to achieve the goals and that you're able to stick to it week to week. So this 6-step process will allow you to completely transform your physique, not only with the mindset and the optimized workouts, but then the meal plan, making sure actually putting on the size, or on the other aspect, losing the weight. And a like-minded community, again, one of the biggest impacts on the motivation, on the consistency, and relentless accountability, making sure you're actually sticking to the progress, sticking to the program, sticking to the diets, so you're able to see those results week after week. And direct access to me. Any questions you have, any problems you have, anything specific with your physique and your position to make sure you're actually seeing the progress you want to see. So the next steps, if you're ready to transform your physique and if you're willing to put in the work to achieve it, but you need some guidance on how to get there, and you want to make sure that you're not wasting time in the gym, and you want to come out the other side in like 6 months with your dream physique, book in a call and we'll see if you're a good fit for the program.